Happy Wednesday, dearies. Let's talk as guys. I mean, if you're a girl, I guess you can stay, but I'm gonna talk like a guy. It's guy stuff. I'm manly. I'm gonna eat some chocolate. Once upon a time, I was teaching a class of 5th and 6th graders, and one of the girls was wearing a Batman shirt. So I love Batman, so I was instantly excited, and I allowed myself to go on a tangent for a moment, and I asked her, do you like Batman or Superman more? And she said, Superman. And I was devastated, and I said, but you're wearing a Batman shirt! And she said, yeah, a friend gave it to me. And I said, oh. But while we were on the topic, I decided to ask the entire class, who's cooler, Batman or Superman? All the girls voted for Superman. All the boys, except for 2 who abstained, voted for Batman. So of course I told the entire class that they were sexist for having such polarized opinions according to gender, and I laughed. No, I didn't really do that. Another story. I have a close friend named Emily who loves Superman. I love to argue with her about how Batman is better because she needs to be enlightened. I even bought a Batman shirt so I could wear it around her and help her along her path of enlightenment. But in our conversations, I began to wonder if we were on the same page. For example, I would talk about how cheesy Superman is. He's just overpowered. Flying, deflecting bullets, shooting laser beams, being incredibly strong, wearing his underwear on top of his pants. I mean, what superpower does this guy not have? His only weakness is kryptonite. How very convenient for the authors. Batman, on the other hand, doesn't have any superpowers. He's a self-made vigilante. A man who's made himself in spite of incredible challenges. He's a superhero that almost could actually exist. I'm half tempted to take out the word almost. He could actually exist. All that meant nothing to her. It was like we had a completely different understanding of what a superhero is supposed to be. Ah! It was like we had a completely different understanding of what a superhero is supposed to be. Moving forward from there, I tried to understand better what is she looking for in a superhero. And since I found that it's more common for Superman to have girl fans and for Batman to have guy fans, I've come up with a sexist theory that I should never share on the internet. Here it is. I wonder if sometimes what girls are looking for in a superhero is someone that can carry them off into the sunset. Superman is great for that. There's the iconic image of Superman, holding Lois Lane on his feet things. Wow, I'm good with words. And that makes sense to me. That makes sense. Me, on the other hand, I'm not looking for someone to carry me off into the sunset. Deep down, all of us guys believe that we are superheroes. I learned that from a comedian. I don't remember which one, but this is how he proved it. So there's a guy, and he's moving. So he ties his mattress onto the roof of his car with a bunch of ropes, and he gets in. As he gets ready to take off, the next thing that he does is put his hand out the window and on top of the car and holds the mattress in place. Because if all of those ropes fail, I am going to hold it in place with my amazing strength. With just my left arm. While I'm driving, because I'm a superhero. So what I look for in a superhero is someone that I could be. And Batman is simply more relatable. I mean, I could be Batman. I am Batman. That's why I like Batman more. Right, so that's kind of the foundations of my theory. But at this point in my life, I asked myself a question. Right now is when I deviate from my script, so be prepared for the worst. So here's the question. What would it be like if I liked Superman more? What if I found Superman more relatable than Batman? Okay. Let's think about Batman. He comes into a crisis situation in his stories, and he's broken down. At the end of the movie, he needs to pull himself together and do the good, be the hero, overcome, type thing, right? The villains that he faces tend to highlight the very struggles that he has in his interior, as opposed to Superman, who's completely different, in my limited exposure to DC lore. Superman in his stories, there's an onset of antagonism and conflict and things that wear him down in one way or another. And there might also be somebody else who becomes as strong as Superman in some way. And at the climax of the movie, he digs down into his core, and at that core he is still that noble hero. And that's what enables him to save the day. So Batman very much resonates on the level of we have brokenness in our lives. And Superman very much resonates on the level of we are dignified. Here's the question. Which characteristic is more fundamental to who we are as people? Are we fundamentally broken people that try to pull ourselves together and be good and stuff? Or are we fundamentally good people that have brokenness on top of that we learn how to deal with. And further, I wonder, do I relate to Batman better because I am more in tune with my brokenness than with my own personal dignity? Do I believe in myself? Do I believe in my own worth? That, for me, has given me a new set of eyes to look at Superman with. But I still think that Batman's cooler. Well, there you have it. What do you think? Who's cooler, Batman or Superman? I don't think that my theory describes how everyone relates to Batman and Superman, but I feel like there's some interesting thoughts in there. So let me know what you think of my thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know how grateful you are to see me every Wednesday because I'm awesome and a superhero and you're welcome and all that. Also, as a curiosity, I want to bring my channel in the direction of having more interaction with my viewers, with you. So if you have any ideas about how I can make that happen, let me know. Reach out to me in some way. That'd be exciting. Be sure to like and subscribe. Those buttons are down below and they mean a lot to me when you press them. Thank you, everyone who does. Also share this with people who won't make fun of you for being a nerd. Because Batman and Superman are really cool to talk about. Alright, you guys, have a great week. I will see you next Wednesday. God bless and ciao.